In today's video, we're going over the Robinhood app and taxes. We'll be breaking down how to know if you owe taxes on your Robinhood investments, where to retrieve your Robinhood tax forms, and we'll also be discussing how you can import your Robinhood tax information directly into TurboTax. What's up guys, welcome back. This is Eric of Everyday Investing, and on this channel we're all about investing and personal finance for the everyday investor. So if you're new here today, definitely feel free to subscribe and hit that bell notification to catch future investment app tutorial videos just like this one. Today we are talking about the Robinhood app and taxes. Now before I get started, I do want to first mention that I am not a tax professional, so if you need any legal tax advice or have any tax questions regarding your investments, definitely consult with your tax professional or accountant. They can help you further in that department. I just wanted to make a video today to help you know if you owe taxes this year, where to retrieve your tax forms, and how you can import them into TurboTax. So yes, it is in fact that time of year. It is tax time. And if you're wondering if you owe taxes on your Robinhood investments, you just might if one of these three reasons occurred. Firstly, if you made any profits from buying or selling stocks and ETFs on the Robinhood platform, you may owe taxes on that. Secondly, if you received any dividend income from any of your stocks or ETFs, you will owe taxes on those dividends as well. And thirdly, if you made any interest on the idle cash sitting in your Robinhood account, you will owe taxes on that interest just the same. But don't worry, you don't have to track all of this yourself. The great thing about Robinhood and pretty much all investment platforms is that they track all of this for you throughout the year, and come tax season, they summarize it all for you and condense it into what's called a 1099 tax form. This 1099 tax form is the most common type of tax form sent out to you from investment brokerages, and it typically contains any money you made from dividends, interest, profits from buying and selling stocks, as well as any miscellaneous income. And the other thing to keep in mind is if you made any losses, if you lost any money from trading stocks on the Robinhood platform, you can actually deduct those losses when it comes to your taxes as well. So typically the 1099 tax form is broken down into four components. Firstly, you have the 1099B. This stands for brokerage transactions, basically any trades you made that you may have made profit on throughout the year buying and selling stock. Secondly, you have the 1099 DIV. This stands for dividends. If you made any dividend income, if you had any stocks that paid dividends throughout the year, you will owe taxes on those stocks. Thirdly, you have the 1099 INT, which stands for interest. Again, this is if you made any interest on the idle cash sitting in your Robinhood account. That is the 1099 INT. And lastly, but the least common, is the 1099 MISC. That stands for miscellaneous. If you made any miscellaneous income from the Robinhood app, you will have to pay taxes on that as well. But again guys, you don't have to get too overwhelmed or worry too much about the different variations on the 1099 tax form, because Robinhood and pretty much all investment platforms condense it all into one 1099 tax form, which is downloadable as a PDF file. And once you have this 1099 tax form, you can then either print it out and give it to your tax professional, or you can import that information directly into TurboTax, and we'll get more into that in just a bit. So now that you know if you owe any taxes on your Robinhood investments, I'm going to show you where you can actually retrieve your Robinhood tax forms, both on the Robinhood app as well as on the Robinhood website. Alright, so here we are now inside the Robinhood app, and if you want to retrieve your Robinhood tax documents, what you're going to want to do is click on the bottom right hand side, that little profile option. Click on that. That'll open up your Robinhood profile. You want to then go down to where it says Account Summary. So click on Account Summary. Once you're inside here, you're going to scroll down to the bottom, the very bottom, where it says Tax Documents. Go ahead and click on Tax Documents right there. And here it shows your tax documents will become available every February following each year you sold any stock. Also guys, as it says, you can import your tax documents directly into TurboTax. If you want to learn more about that, you can click on that little Learn More button there. But essentially guys, these are all the tax forms you need right here. You want to look at the previous year. So if you did any cryptocurrency trading in the last year, you will have received a 1099 tax form that states Robinhood Crypto. If you just did regular stock trading and investing, you will have only received a 1099 tax form that states Apex Clearing. And those are essentially the two types of tax forms you will have received from Robinhood. Again, these 1099 tax forms include any income from interest income, dividend income if you had stocks that paid dividends throughout the year, any profits you made on trades. They'll also include any losses you made on trades. So for example, if you lost any money on any of your trades, you can deduct those losses on your taxes, and that info is all summarized within these 1099 tax forms. So once you're here, you simply have to download these tax forms. You just have to click on it and click on Open. It will then open up and download in a PDF file format. From here, you have two options. You can either print out that 1099 tax form PDF file and hand that to your tax professional. If you go to a tax accountant, it'll have all the information they need summarized on that 1099 tax form. They'll know exactly what to do with it. On the other hand, if you use TurboTax like I do, you can automatically import this information from your Robinhood tax forms directly into TurboTax. Also, if you want to download your Robinhood 1099 tax forms directly to your computer as opposed to your app and download them to your phone, you could instead go to the Robinhood website and download your tax forms directly from there. All you have to do is go to robinhood.com, log into your account much like you would on the app, and once you're inside of your account, simply click on Account. Once you click on that, you want to go down to where it says Settings. Once you're inside the settings, simply click on where it says Documents, and from there you'll see a recap of all your tax documents as well, just like they are inside the Robinhood app. And from here you simply have to click on the file, click on Download PDF. It'll download your tax form as a PDF file where you can either email it to your tax accountant or print it out if you want to physically hand it to them as well. Now, because I'm not a tax professional, I'm not going to walk you through the exact steps on how to enter your tax information into TurboTax from your Robinhood 1099 form, but I will give you a brief overview. It's very easy. If you do use TurboTax, TurboTax walks you through step by step how to enter your information, and in fact, they can actually import your information directly from Robinhood. All you have to do is go to the income and expenses portion of your TurboTax software. You'll then see a page where it says, let's get your tax info. Simply type in your bank or brokerage. In this case, it's Robinhood. If you type in Robinhood, you'll see it Robinhood Apex. That's the one right there. Click that. You'll then enter your Robinhood account number and your social security number or tax ID. Again, this is required for tax purposes. You'll simply then click on Get My Form. That'll automatically import all the information from your Robinhood 1099 tax forms directly into TurboTax. Now again, if you don't feel comfortable entering in your Robinhood account number on TurboTax, you can also instead click I'll type it in myself, and that will allow you to manually enter in all the information from your 1099 tax forms on Robinhood. But again, do keep in mind that this will take longer. It will be a longer process. If you'd rather have TurboTax import it in for you, you could instead just click on Get My Form once you enter in your Robinhood account number. So that is how you retrieve your Robinhood tax forms. Again, guys, like I said, once you do, you have two options. You can either print out that PDF, hand it to your tax professional or your tax accountant, and they'll know exactly what to do with that information from there. The other option is if you use TurboTax like I do, again, like I showed you, you can import that information all automatically by logging into your TurboTax account. If you would like to learn how to retrieve your tax forms from other popular investing apps such as the Stash app, the Acorns app, or the M1 Finance app, definitely feel free to check out my tutorial videos of those right over there to the right. Anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next episode of Everyday Investing.